In Tower Hamlets, while the Tower of London itself is filled with ghosts who spend their final days trapped and hopeless, the rest of the borough is teeming with stories of spirits on the move associated with transport, themselves often trying to escape. In Wapping, the town of Ramsgate pub plays host to the ghost of the infamous hanging Judge Jeffreys. Jeffreys earned his nickname through the sadistic pleasure he took in sending hundreds to their execution during the bloody assizes in the late 17th century. After King James II was overthrown in the 1688 Glorious Revolution, Jeffreys tried to escape from his enemies by disguising himself as a sailor and boarding a boat to Germany. He was spotted, however, on the steps of this pub by an attorney he had mocked once in court. That insult cost him dearly, as he was captured on the spot and taken to the Tower, where he later died. His ghost has been spotted on the stairs that led to the Thames, so near and yet so far from the escape he could never make. Just east of the pub, Blackwell Tunnel is the site of another popular story. A young woman has often been sighted trying to flag down motorbikes approaching the tunnel, attempting to hitch a ride to an address in Essex. Some pull over on their bikes to offer a lift, but when they emerge from the other side of the tunnel, the girl has vanished. Panicked motorcyclists then backtrack, searching the tunnel in vain, thinking she must have fallen off. But later, when checking the address, they discover that a girl matching their passenger's description did indeed live there, but died in a bike crash in the 60s. In 1981, a station worker at Bethnal Green tube stop reported hearing children crying softly from the platform. As the minutes passed, the noise grew, to include the pained screams of women. Speaking on the Channel 5 documentary Ghosts on the Underground in 2006, Graham described the event as frightening, so much so that he ran from his office back up to the station ticket hall.
It was normal up to the last train. Staff went home, I secured the station, and I just went back to the office. Started doing some paperwork. I put some of the station lights off, and all of a sudden I heard the sound of children, crying at first. And I dismissed it as nothing, and all of a sudden I heard the voices of women screaming and other loud noises. It all built up into quite a frightening situation, really. It seemed to go on for about 10, 15 minutes. It sounded like people panicking, to the point that I left the office and went up to the booking hall. I was frightened to go back down to the office because of the noise down there.
In 1942, 173 people died in Bethnal Green Station in one of the worst civilian disasters of the Second World War. The station had been in use as an air raid shelter, but when anti-aircraft fire sounded in nearby Victoria Park, the crowd surged forward. In the ensuing crush, the majority of those who died were women and children.